In 2016, it may appear that women in America have reached the equality to men that was promised in one of our founding documents, the Constitution. Women are able to vote, work, join the military, and even run for president. Yet, with this half of the population still making 79 cents to every dollar a man makes and various high-profile cases of victim blaming and rape charges, nothing is further from the truth. Women are trapped in a never-ending cycle of if you show too much leg, you're scandalous. If you show too much cleavage, you're trashy. These are unspoken rules made by a patriarchal system. There are many socio-cultural, political, and economic factors that still prevent gender equality in the United States today. In order to make a difference in the way our society views women, we must promote a sex-positive culture that embraces women's sexual identity and destigmatizes the terms slut and whore. This is being done through the movement like slut walks, increased celebrity support, and can continue to be achieved by changing the way our school system teaches about sex. Sex-positive theory is working toward a more positive relationship with sex. It allows us to stop questioning our own normality. Sex positivity frees our voices and allows us to create and use the words we really mean. The basis of sex positivity is to feel comfortable in your own actions and behaviors so that you can live your life free of judgment. Sex negativity is used to enforce sexism every time a woman is insulted by being called a slut. If using slut in a negative way is not what you believe the connotation of the word to be, then no one else can tell you otherwise. According to the Oxford Dictionary, the term slut shaming is defined as the action or fact of stigmatizing a woman for engaging in behavior judged to be promiscuous or sexually provocative. In regards to the poor treatment of promiscuous women, researcher Raven Bowen states, "I guess we like oppressing people, or maybe we gain some sort of personal value to elevate ourselves by devaluing somebody else." Mass movements such as the Slut Walk are a peaceful way to demand change. It was started in Toronto in response to Toronto Police Constable Michael Sanguinetti stating to a group of York College students that women should avoid dressing like sluts in order to not be victimized. Two students named Heather Jarvis and Sonia Burnett channeled their anger into political activism in order to make their voices heard. They utilized social media outlets in order to gain the support of thousands in the first ever Slut Walk. It took place on April 3rd, 2011. Those in attendance dressed provocatively in order to make a statement that no matter how they dress, they do not deserve to be assaulted. They made a statement saying, "We are tired of being oppressed by slut shaming, of being judged by our sexuality and feeling unsafe as a result." The support of celebrities is crucial in solidifying a movement that demands for change. Celebrities such as Amber Rose and Kylie Jenner use their high profile to reach the masses and gain more support. They have the ability to contribute to the creation of significant cultural and social constructs by exposing their personal lives in order to draw attention. Kylie Jenner faces ridicule every day for being over-sexualized, and yet she chooses to stay positive and embrace her sexuality in a way that makes her happy. She recently broke her silence to respond to a tweet at her that read, "Kylie Jenner looks like a 14-year-old prostitute." She quoted it with the comment, "IDK, I feel like I look like a 19-year-old prostitute." By keeping it short and sweet, Kylie made him eat his own words because they were in fact meaningless to her. She is taking away all the shame that Louis meant to put onto her. Louis is suppressing Kylie to the patriarch bubble that applies a strict sexual code that is not meant to be broken by women. If it is, then apparently you deserve to be ridiculed. Amber Rose has become an icon who publicly speaks on slut shaming and how to fight it. She organized LA's first Slut Walk on October 3rd, 2015, and shared her own personal shaming experiences. Amber has been subjected to a hard life. She became a stripper at the age of 15 in order to help provide for her family, and from there launched a modeling career and transformed into a successful businesswoman. She talks about the need to embrace the derogatory labeling and to take the punches thrown at her. She says that the comments from the media only make her a bigger name and bring more awareness to ending slut shaming. She doesn't believe in promoting promiscuity, but she believes in promoting being happy in your own skin. Amber embraces the term bad bitch because to her it symbolizes being a sweetheart while also making connections and not shitting on other people. Amber does a great job in utilizing culture jamming in her satirical video, Walk of No Shame. She does so by tugging at the viewer's emotion of shock in order to demand a social change. With the empowering movements that sex-positive theory has generated comes the need for better sex education within the school system. Some programs continue to teach abstinence, which only perpetuates sex negativity. It is naive to think that today's kids are not exposed to more at a younger age. It is also the age of curiosity and a topic you cannot escape, and yet the questions get dismissed because of the stigma placed on preaching something other than abstinence. Educating on the practices of safe sex is more beneficial because it reduces the risk of negative outcomes such as unwanted pregnancies and STDs. It is very important to work toward a positive relationship with sex because it can reduce the mentality of double standards. With the right education, boys will not feel that they are more entitled to sex than girls are. Times have changed, and the saying, boys will be boys, can no longer be tolerated. Sex is not something that's acceptable for boys to engage in, but shameful for girls too. Understanding rape culture is the key to preventing it. Even utilizing court cases as the facts being taught would put the situation into real perspective. In the Brock Turner case, rape culture played a role in justifying his actions. He was valued higher than the victim because he was an athlete, then tried to play the victim because his college career was over, all for his 20 minutes of action. To say that it was the victim's fault because she drank too much is dismissing the fact that consent was never even an option for her. The classroom must promote anti-victim blaming in order for the shame that comes with sexual assault to no longer be part of the issue. Victim blaming only promotes a double standard that men can get away with the crime because they were somehow not found at fault. There was another case where a witness to a rape of an unconscious 16-year-old said, "It wasn't violent. I didn't know exactly what rape was. I thought it was forcing yourself on someone." Not only is men's entitlement to a woman's body symptomatic of rape culture, but so too is the lack of knowledge of what rape actually is or looks like. In conclusion, embracing a sex-positive culture has the ability to liberate women in the fight to express their sexual identities in the way they see fit. Omitting the ideals the patriarchal norms have been placed on women in society allows for the liberation of self-expression. This is a luxury that men have always had, so the fight for gender equality won't stop until it is truly equal. Men are praised and encouraged to be open with their sexual identity, so why shouldn't it be the same for women?